Hello there everyone and welcome to another video here on FM Scout. My name's Luke and today I'm going to show you some fallen giants in the world of Football Manager. Of course, there is some obvious ones, the Leeds, the Villas, the Forests in the UK that we all know and love to do and talk about every season. However, these are going to be a little bit more obscure, some that you probably have never even heard of, but maybe some interesting saves that you can pick up throughout the year of Football Manager, that these teams have done some great things in the continents that they are from. So without further ado, my name's Luke. We're going to go straight into it now with the first pick. So first up here we have Busan IPark from Korea, and the reason why I really like this side, they've actually gone through a few name changes. Originally founded in 1982 under the name of Daewoo after the company, they changed to Daewoo Royals, and in 1986 they hit the big time after winning the Asian Champions League. They have won the Premier League of Korea as well a few times, and now they find themselves in the second division. So after winning the Korean League as late as 1997, the top division, they find themselves in the second division now of Korea. So it will be your opportunity to bring them back to glory and hopefully overthrow the teams at the top of the Asian Champions League and bring that back home to Korea as well. So Busan IPark, I think, is a great place if you want to go somewhere very unique, somewhere where you want to challenge yourself in a country like South Korea. I've never done it before, but it does sound quite an interesting save to do. Maybe try it for yourself. Next up, the other side of the planet now to Uruguay, where we find ourselves at Club Atlético Peñarol. And this side may have done some really good things in their own country. However, their continent, they have been lapsed for a very long time. So Peñarol are actually one of the biggest sides in Uruguay and have actually won the Uruguayan League 41 times, including as very recently in 2016, 17 and 18, finishing runners-up the year before that. But the Copa Libertadores, which is the biggest competition in South America, the Champions League of South America, has not come to Uruguay in a few years and has not come to Peñarol in an even longer time. 1987 was the last time this side picked up that trophy, the side that picked up the very first trophy of the Copa Libertadores in 1960 and retaining it the next year. They finished runners-up in 2011, so just a hand grab away from winning the competition. It would be your job to bring this trophy back to Uruguay, the club which started off as the best South American team in the world and the best team in the world country-wise, as we know, winning the World Cup the first two times. So Club Atlético Peñarol is, in my eyes, a sleeping giant continent-wise. Next up now we have AS Cannes, and for you French guys who think maybe this isn't actually a giant club or used to be a giant club, to be honest, it isn't. It is almost a nearly giant club. This side now finds itself as a semi-professional status in the third division, well, the amateur leagues, I think, of France. I don't know whether it's like the third tier down or fourth tier down. However, this side used to be playing around with the big boys at the top of the French league. They do have, as well, some unbelievable players that they used to have. Zinedine Zidane and Patrick Vieira, icons of the club in the 90s, they now find themselves very low down. They have a French Cup win, but they did once finish runners-up in Ligue 1 in 1933. They've always been there or thereabouts, but this is their Ligue 1 history. They have found themselves 4th place, 6th place, before slowly dropping off at the end of the 90s, where they have continued to slump down and had a lot of troubles ever since. So to me, it's not exactly a fallen giant as it used to be a huge club. To me, it was an almost big club, an almost fallen giant. And it will be your job to make them a giant club and bring them what they had at their fingertips to reality. Bring this club into glory in the French division. Overthrow Paris Saint-Germain, similar to what Paris FC was a few years ago. Maybe slightly harder with a semi-professional status in the lower leagues, but a very old side nonetheless. 1902 was the year founded, and maybe a side which never really had the glory it deserved, and with the players that it had the potential to become a huge side. AS Cannes, give this team a try. Next up, we have a very expected side to be on this list in FC Kaiserslautern. Currently now in Bundesliga 3, this side has had a lot of success in its history, a very long history of 119 years. If we have a look at the competitions, they have won the Bundesliga 4 times, as early as 1951 and as late as 1998, even runners-up 4 times as well. They've won the German Cup a few times in that too, and since recently have dropped down into the 3rd division. So this is a huge side. And what I really like about Kaiserslautern as well, they have the capacity of the stadium of 50,000, just under. But what I read up about the side was that the area that Kaiserslautern is only actually has a population of about 100 to 150,000 people. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, people of Kaiserslautern, but that is what I read anyway. So to me, bringing in that amount of people into a stadium, in a stadium which was full a lot of the time in the Bundesliga, is quite impressive. So Kaiserslautern is always quite a highly regarded save as a fallen giant save goes. Maybe you want to take up this because the German league, the Bundesliga, as people know who follow my Eintracht Frankfurt save, is a very fun league to manage in. So I really enjoy that. So Kaiserslautern might be a good opportunity for you to do a long-term German save at this great club. Now, my geographical knowledge of Germany isn't amazing, but I think we head to East Germany now with Dynamo Dresden. And the reason why this club is a fallen giant is because they now find themselves in Bundesliga 2. However, before the fall of the Berlin Wall and the split of Germany, Dynamo Dresden found themselves very strong winners of the GDR, which I do believe is the Eastern German League. So 8 times winners that they had there. 8 times runners-up, and even 6 cups that they had before. I think that might even be the year before the fallout of the Berlin Wall. So we do find ourselves with no success since the East and West came back together and formed just Germany. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, or please, because I really do enjoy a good history lesson when you guys know a little bit more about the clubs. But Dynamo Dresden, I think, would be a great save. Professional status already, not bad national reputation. They found themselves in the Bundesliga quite a few times, but never quite got there. And like I said earlier, the German league is really fun. You get to overthrow Bayern Munich, and I'm sure anyone who is not a Bayern Munich fan in Germany would want to do that, as well as some other huge European clubs, the likes of Leverkusen, Dortmund, of course, Schalke. All of those big names, you need to overthrow them before you get to Bayern Munich. That could be a lot of fun on the journey. Plus, what a gorgeous looking kit. Next up, we head to Serbia with Red Star Belgrade. And I know what you're thinking, Red Star Belgrade is one of the biggest sides in Serbia and have actually won the Serbian division quite a few times as recently as the season just gone, 2019 and 2018. So they've been dominant in their country. However, in 1991, they found themselves European champions in 1991. So to me, this is a European fallen giant, and a club like Red Star Belgrade, to think of them now being in the Champions League group stage is a success. To think of them as the winners of the competition is almost impossible. But that could be your job to bring them back European glory. They've also won a Europa League in 1979, classed as the Euro Cup, of course, and even a Super Cup after winning it in 1991. Winner 19 times in the Yugoslavian League before all those countries disbanded. A very strong history with Red Star Belgrade, one of the big sides in Serbia to produce great youth intakes, so even more of a reason to go to this side. Dominate Serbia first, try and conquer Europe second. Could be a very fun save. On a very similar path to Red Star Belgrade, we find ourselves in Romania with FCSB. The old style Bucharest side, now reformed as FCSB, find themselves still in the Romanian First League and still doing very well. They won the Romanian First League as late as 2015. So 4 years is still quite a long time without a win, considering they have won it 26 times, which must be the most times for the Romanian First League. They also have won a Champions League. Well, the European Cup, as it was named, in 1986, as well as becoming runners-up in 1989. So again, another European fallen giant. From a side which necessarily doesn't get very much European success anymore. Again, it's your job to bring Romania up in the coefficient rankings, to bring them more revenue into the league, to bring better players in, to produce better regens or new gens, however you like to call them, and maybe, just maybe, finally win another Champions League and bring that back to Romania. That would be quite a fun, long save, a building a nation type of save, which I'm sure a lot of you guys really enjoy doing. Star Bucharest, some very famous names on their icons list and favourite personnel from the 80s and 90s when they had that great side. So why not try this team in your building a nation side, Star Bucharest, or FCSB as they are now known. It could be a lot of fun. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like on it if you could. That would be fantastic. Leave a comment down below with your favourite Fallen Giant saves. Like I said, I left out some of the obvious UK ones, but is there any obscure ones that I do not know about? Maybe from different continents, maybe the continent that you're from, that I might not know about. Leave them down in the comments. That would be amazing. As well as if you're going to try any of these saves, let me know down in the comments as well. I do like to know all of the saves that you guys are doing in your journeys throughout them. But my name's Luke. If you're looking for some Let's Play action, you can find the link to my channel down in the description. I've got some really fun saves go over there right now, and I'd love for you to come over and subscribe to the channel just like a lot of you have done already. So thank you very much. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.